Lori, is it day 16? Lori, I'm pretty sure I'm right. There's sometimes it gets away from me. I think we're on 16. Day 16, it's just going by, right? It's just going by. Good morning, good morning. Set up everything you require. Everything you require. Make it beautiful. Make it yours. Make it joy. So, our Spotify playlist is to Svadhistana. Lori, you have to type in that you found the right playlist and that you notice there's a difference with the right playlist. And then, set yourself up to a cross-legged seat, 2 blocks, a blanket, I have spent the last many days with my teacher. Got up this morning, ended up doing 4 hours of practice as if we were still going. So, it goes on, it goes on. Pixie Light Horse, to start us out, honoring depth. Thank you for this day of submergence. Escort me willingly into my ancient inner well to retrieve the good medicine. Challenge me to share about my secret places, the cavernous regions select few are invited into. Guide me to choose my listeners with care, keeping company today with those who have examined their own undercurrents and have offered themselves as safe havens. Help me gather closely those who do not fear the chasms, so that I may recognize them as fellow divers who know the terrain of the holy well. Help me to trust that the open floodgates will not drown me, but rather open me to the sacredness of life. And going further, we begin with movement. The movement creates a wider range of who we understand ourselves to be. It creates a greater depth to the light that we can access. And for some of us, if this is new, it's access to a light we didn't even know was there waiting inside. But with that light, the similar range goes in both directions. We may grieve more, we may feel more loss. There is more access to light, there is more access to dark, and yet we continue to move. And in that movement, in that upheaval, in the tumult we are creating with intention and purpose, there then becomes a steadfastness that we can trust. We become more familiar with ourselves as this larger dimension that becomes pliable and fluid. And in that knowing of our fluidity, we're clearer and stronger. This is the work of building our identity of ourselves separate from that tribe where we began. So our first practice creates an existence. I exist. And now I feel, I individuate, I become. I choose, I feel, I notice, I nourish. This becomes what I choose. Go from here. Palms together, heart high, eyes closed. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Gurudev Namo, I bow to everything inside. Inhale 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. The playlist begins on the second track. Take my leave of you. Start there. Come to lie down on your back. Knees bend, feet flat. Hands out to the side or overhead. Arching your back. Roll your spine away from the floor. Pull your heart and your hips towards each other. And then press into your heels. Round through the spine, a little tuck of the tail. Close your eyes. That's it. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Become fluid, less effort. Release into your own pace. Trust the depth you start to find. Let the pace be your own. A minute more. Keep it going. If it opens, let it quicken. Tidal, like waves through your spine. Pausing, neutral, effortless. Notice. Widen your heels to feel the outside edges of the mat. Spine right down the middle, knees fall to the left, and knees fall to the right. Roll through the inside and outsides of your feet, insides and outsides of your knees. Close your eyes, your pace, starting slowly. And as it opens, let it quicken, let it loosen. Imagine going in further, under, beneath and through. Submerge. Let your breath become larger and longer. The movement of your knees and your hips opening all the way up underneath your diaphragm through the abdomen, outer hips, outer feet. Steady on. 10 more seconds right here. Good. Draw your knees into your chest. Interlace your fingers over your left shin, bring it in, and extend your right leg long. Flex, point your feet, roll your ankles, right knee in. Right knee wide and straighten out. Up the center, out to the side, and extend. A big circle through the knee. And after you extend, then reverse. Right knee wide, bring it into the center, pressing out. Finding the circularity of your right hip. The stability of your left low back. And your right knee into your chest. Good. Left leg long. Flex, point as you need to. Roll the ankle. Draw the left knee to chest. Open wide and extend out. Widening and flattening into the shoulders, widening and settling into the hips. Feeling the left hip circle and feeling the right hip stable. Reverse, left knee wide to the center and extend. Put your right foot flat to the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Lift head, shoulders. Draw your knee towards your chest. Inhale, extend open, and exhale, roll close. If you need support, draw your hands behind your thighs. If you're finding your strength is growing, move more swiftly, more familiar with the movement, both in your mind and in your body. 3 and 2, less resistance and change. Right ankle over left knee, right knee away as you draw your left knee in. So inhale, open. Again, hands to thighs if you need it. Go slowly if you need it. Hand behind your head if you need it. Or as you're ready, left foot flexes, open, close. Fluid, fluid. The way when you heat honey, it moves more rapidly. 3, 2, and 1. Feet to the floor, arms wide or overhead. Notice the belly. Breathe into your abdomen. Settle and notice we're making more light, more circulation, more movement, more dexterity, more familiarity with a part of us that we may not know so well. Okay. Draw your knees in. And then put the soles of your feet together. Tana Baird, if you need to check your soundtrack, we're at Tana Baird. Soles of the feet, knees fall wide, breath down into your low abdomen. From the navel to the pubic bone, from the left hip to the right hip, that diamond of space, that bowl of your pelvis, breathing there. Home of our identity, our sensations, our choices, our individual self-emerging. Feet flat. Arms wide or elbows down, you choose. Knees open and close, so the feet almost to touch. As you open your knees wide, come to the outer edges of your feet. And then the feet flatten as the knees come together. Open, close. Close your eyes. Notice how you're holding the inner thigh and how then there's a holding in the low belly. Drop the low back into the floor. Relax your inner thighs. So we create a stability in the hips and we let the inner thighs move. Good. 3, 2, pause, notice. You're creating movement, new fluid, new currents. Feet flat, a little bit apart, hips up. Good. Widen your knees and down. Feet are as close as they can be. Hips stay 4 to 6 inches off the floor. Open, close. The more you do it, the more familiar it becomes. Strengthen your low back. Stand in your feet with more purpose. And keep that pliability at the inner thigh. Just 20 seconds. Stand in your feet. Keep bringing the soles of the feet back. And now try keeping the feet flat. Don't let them move. Open, close your knees. 6, 5, 4, 3. Hips a little higher. 2. There we go. That's the pose. Set it down. Float your knees. Float your heels. Heels up. Inhale, legs open. And then dropping your left foot to the left. Your right foot on top. Come up and over. Arms go wide. Keep yourself stable. We're moving side to side. Opening through the outer hip, the low belly, the low back, right through the mid-spine, behind the navel. Modification, bend your knees. If it doesn't reach the floor, it's absolutely fine. Three, 2, heels high. Good. Knees to chest. Let the low back drop toward the floor. The feet flat, hands on thighs. And press away. So there's space, dexterity, some opening, some fluidity, some circulation. Roll it up to a seat. And we'll give it some strength. Add in your blanket. Let your heels go wide. Shake out your feet. Shake out your knees. If knees are bent, fantastic. Pull your heels towards you. Interlace your fingers and begin a great circle. Circle from the seat. Into the very tips of your toes. As though you were gathering your spine into your body a little bit more each time. Toes draw back, heels are long, reverse direction, as though standing in your feet. Good. And now as you reverse again, smaller. Gather in, submerge. Close your eyes. A little quicker, a little lighter. Follow the navel, follow the pelvis. Give it your attention. Reverse. Three, two, and pause tall, noticing. Bring your feet together, shake out your feet, shake out your knees. And then bending the knees, pull your heels towards your hips, pull your heart forward. Hands out, fingers in, thumbs up, hands apart. Exhale back, inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. Three, two, one. Cross your legs, hands up high, little cups in your hands. Lift your chin. Inhale. 3 more sips. Heart up. Pulse the pelvic floor. Pulse Mula Bandha. Like you were stirring deep under the waves along the sandy bed of the ocean. Stir it, stir it. Lift your chin. Exhale. Elbows down. Kriya is that which clears, that which clarifies, that which teaches, that which intensifies. What we're doing now is not the Kriya yet. This is preparation so that we are ready, strong and open. Blocks up in front. Unfold your blanket one time so it's ready for you. And then step your feet up to your blocks. 2 fists fit in between. Fingertips reach forward, sit deeply. Lift your thumbs, lift your heart, lift your hands. Same way back down. Seated. Chest, hands, head. Sit down to rise up. Unfold all of it. And then knees, hips, head, fold. Sit down, unfold, chest, hips, knees. Sit, exhale, and rise. Feel the crease, bend your ankles, bend your knees, bend your hips, tuck your chin. Sit your seat, unfold, elbows, armpits, heart, hips, heels. 1 more. Feel the folding and the unfolding. Hands wide, knees bend, hands to blocks. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Hands up high. And as you drop your hands, your hips go back and forward. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Two hands up and down to the blocks. Stepping up. Sit down, hands wide, unfold. Feel that. Bend. Right foot back, right knee down. Hands up. Loosen. So back toes are tucked under, your hips forward and back, opening. The places where you've been holding, all the way out, the fingertips, the finger joints, the elbows, the wrists, the shoulders, the breath. And up and down. Right foot steps up. Sit down, hands wide, unfold. Pause. Palms forward and widen down. Left foot, left knee, hands up, inhale. And forward and back. That you are clearing the way, that you are welcoming in. Two hands up. Right hand holds your left wrist. Hips move forward, back. Come up out of the left hip, out of the shoulder, through the left lung. Left tip of toe, stay. Hands down, left foot steps. Sit down, reach wide, palms face forward, unfold. And bend, hands wide, right knee back, and hands high. Through the hips, through the shoulders, through the elbows, through the fingers, and out the fingertips. Left hand holds the right wrist. You are made to open these channels. The channels are made to be open. One more. Come softly, slowly forward. Right toes down, right hip opens. Right shoulder to release. And down. Step your right foot up. Sit down, hands wide, palms face forward. Unfold. Heels down, chest broad. Widening. Set your blocks aside. Step back, down dog. High plank, hips on the center of the bolster, the blanket, so that you can rock forward, bending your knees, and rock back. Child's pose. Hips are padded, abdomen is flushed. Good. As you come forward, pause, lifted, look right, look left, to the center, and back. Come forward, look right, elbows in, look left, and gently up. And child's pose, tuck your chin, knees wide, toes together, elbows down, palms together, thumbs up, head down between your arms. Walk yourself up. Fold your blanket in half. You have a thick rectangle that will give you a seat. As you build your cross-legged seat, keep your heels forward under your knees. shouldn't be possible. Hands to your shoulders, inhale, reaching up. And then hands to the blocks, full. Inhaling, hands to the blocks, press down, press into your feet to lift your hips. Hands down, press, lift your hips. Inhale, exhale. So it's a gathering at the low belly, at the low abdomen, Svadhistana. There's a power there. To choose what it is that we each require, separate from anyone else. We need strength around our choices, around ourselves. I choose this. Other influences will say, no, 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 you need this. You need this to fit in. You need this to look cool. You need this to succeed. Press down, rise up. We will hold for 3 and we will bolster that choice. I rise here, stay. Press into your feet. 2, even if you don't leave the mat, just lean forward and press. Sit down. Inhale. Good. Hands down, press. A little more effortless. Simple. Sit down, rise up. In every moment that you have stood tall in the face of the simplest decision, yep, this is what we put in the grocery cart. I know it's new, but we're going to take it home. Sit down, hands up. Yep, this is the new time of day that I choose to have breakfast. Press. This is the way I rearrange the living room. Press. These are the things that I am no longer in need of, and now they leave my closet. Press. It's not easy. Sit. Release. One more time. You won't keep it. Hands up. Little cups. Inhale. 3 sips. Fill it up. Heart up. Chin in. Stay. Firm your arms. Pulse Mula Bandha. Pulse. Pulse the pelvic floor. Stir the very bottom of your oceans. And chin up, breath out, elbows down. Noticing. This light that you find right now. This is your radiance. This is your natural state. This is what we are simply uncovering. We are not cultivating, we are uncovering. Can't take my eyes off of you. This song is you to you. Hands widen, almost to close. Open, close. Inhale, exhale. Can't take my eyes off of you. Or maybe this is you and a song to what you're finding. Take my eyes off of you. So the movement is coming from the base. I'm moving through the seat, I'm moving through the spine, the arms are following. To modify, the hands are low. To modify, the hands are small. But the movement of my spine, of my seat, of my body continues. Keep it going. You got 2 more minutes, my loves. There is a part of you that is eternally bright, with no dependence on circumstance. What are you carrying? Put it down. Keep putting it down. You are being loved and revered right now. You are needed right now. Can you let that in? Do you have a big enough range yet? I'm working on it. 3, 2, 1. Hands up high, make little cups, lift your chin, inhale, fill it all. Chin in, pulse the pelvic floor, shake out the knees, shake out the chin, reach, chin up to exhale, elbows down. Notice the light. The light is your range of feeling expanding. The daring to go beyond the familiarity into a new field of experience. This is yours. Just open the door. These lyrics, I am safe on a stormy night. Right? This light is always with us. Blocks to your hands. Press down, lift up. Inhale, I am safe. Hands down, press and lift. Feel the storm and rise up. One more. Bend your elbows, fold your last 2 fingers in. Your thumb goes over the last fingers, other fingers together. Exhale, inhale. Most modified right here. Second modification, elbows lift. Full movement, arms stay straight. The movement comes from your hips, your low belly. Your arms follow. Slow it down. Close your eyes. A minute and a half. The inhale matches the exhale. The up matches the down. Neither faster, neither slower. Equanimity. Hands up high, pause there. Open your hands. Bend your elbows, bring it down. I'm safe in the storm. The more equanimity I build, the further the range I can go. The more stability in the center, the more I can go. Joy and grief. Set your block blankets aside. If you would like to stay seated, sit. If you're ready to stand, shake out your legs. Hands open wide. Fold your thumb across your palms. Fold your fingers over your thumbs. Forward wind with your hands. Long, steady breath. Move what needs to move. Keep that wind. Let your breath be big and invite the possibility of upheaval. But to really clean out the closet, we have to take everything out and make a bit of a jumble on the floor. We'll put it back, we'll make order, but first, come undone. We go. With the deepening of your breath, inviting yourself into the backs of the corners of your drawers, into the backs of the shelves that have been still and quiet too long. Give them movement, invite them to light, and hold the rest stable. The container says, show me. I can handle it. I am here with you. This quality of light will subsume the dark. I hear you. I'm here with you. All in one. Go. What part of you is steady? Deepen the breath into the steadiness. And what part of you is rigid, trying to hold that tumult, that upheaval? Let the upheaval happen. Substantiate with your breath the light and let the rest move. 3, 2, inhale. Tight fist, cross your forearms, press, hold the breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Inhale. Fists, cross, press. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Stand. You are the upheaval. You are the consolation. You are the grief, you are the joy, you are the witness, you are the light. Start to feel how full we are, how dimensional we are. Bring it down to a C. Blocks out in front again. Legs crossed. Outer edges of your feet connect with the floor. Point your toes forward. Hands on blocks. It's a little forward fold. Hands to your shoulders. It's an inhale up and down. So all the raising and lowering of your hands is building the strength of your upper back and your mid-spine so that your chest is held open. We are not cowering in who we are. We are declarative and inviting in who we are. Work there. Or hold opposite elbows. Folding. Building the strength of your spine, chest broad, heart up. Without rounding, press into the outer edges of your feet. Work there. Or full posture, elbows over the shoulders, hinge of the hips. You're moving from the low abdomen and you're strengthening your spine. Slow it down and really open at the top. A reverence. Dignifying how we feel. Noticing that we can honor what we are with our own attention, our own movements. One more. Right hand to the floor, left hand reaches over. Left hand to the floor, right hand reaches over. Keep the seat steady. Become mobile in your spine, longer in your reach. Work here, supporting yourself with your hand or palms together, elbows wide. Next modification, hands the height of your head. Feel the use of your obliques and transverse abdominals. Right? Strengthen the center, hands high. Moving from the very base, below the belly button, between the hips. When you're ready, float your fingers just an inch or two apart. And we stay. Minute and a half to go. Balancing out the abilities of the left side and the right side. Feel any inequity in length or strength. Give it attention. Can you create an equanimity between left and right? Let it quicken, softening. The center, little cups, lift your chin, inhale, sip in, tuck your chin, pulse the pelvic floor, move the sand at the bottom of your ocean. And then chin up, elbows bend, breath out, eyes closed, settle. that suddenly you come to know yourself. Relax internally. The efforts you've made to be seen, the efforts you've made to fit in, the efforts you've made to control. All of that lands in the low belly. Set the blocks aside. Onto your back, sitting on the blanket. Hands overhead. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your neck. Elbows press wide to lift your heart. Soften your spine, little arch in the back. This may be perfect. Stay here if it's best. Lift your hips up and down. Light pulses if you're ready. Little pulses. 5, 4. Elbows wide. Head into the hands. Sit it down. And as your low back allows, walk your feet out. Heels to the floor. Breath down into Svadhistana. Down into this dwelling place. Down into the self. Nothing you need to do, but honor that space. It will take care of everything else. Press your elbows, press into the back of your head, let the low belly open. Release your head, walk your feet in. Curling to your right side and up into a seat. Pause your playlist if it went on and cross your legs. Sitting tall. Any adjustment, a blanket, a prop, set yourself up. If you're tempted to switch off now, this really is the most influential aspect of this practice. These next 4 to 6 minutes are what you've been preparing for. Left hand floats, thumb, first finger touch, and then gently let it descend. Feel the organization of that line and let it spread from left shoulder to right. Let it spread from left hip to right. And let the spine ride that order up between the two. Then there's nothing left to do with order. Soften and let it hold you. Soften and let it hold you. Right hand to rise, first fingers together and fold it into the palm. Take the tip of your fourth right finger to the left inner eye corner, slide down. Feel where the bone ends, just above the flare of the nostril, close there. In and out through the right side only. Nothing else to do. Soften. Let it hold you. The breath becomes smooth and simple. Softening the right side hip and knee. Opening the right side lung, left side brain. To release the fourth finger. Take the tip of your right thumb to your right inner eye corner, slide down, feel where the bone ends. Just at that edge, close. Above the flare of the nostril, in and out through the left side only. Let it hold you. Hips square, shoulders square, spine steady. Breathe in the mouth, out the mouth. Close the mouth, in the nose, left side only. Close the left, out the right. 2, 3, 4. In right. 2, 3, 4. Out left. 2, 3, 4. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. Right hand down, normal breathing in and out both. Right hand, first 2 fingers fold in, closing the left side in the mouth, out the mouth, in the left, mouth closed, out right, 2, 3, 4, in right, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left. Repeat. In, out. Right hand down, in both, out both. Rest in what you've made. There's nothing you need to do. breathe in the mouth, we'll add a pause. Out the mouth, lips together, in the left side. Pause the inhale, heart up, feel the chest. Close left, out right, 2, 3, 4. Pause empty, 2, 3. In right. Pause, feel the chest. Out left. Pause empty, feel the belly. In left, fill the chest. Pause full. Out right, navel to spine, Mulabandha even. Pause empty. In right. Pause full, feel the chest. Trust this. Out left. Navel to spine, pause. In left. Pause. Out right. Pause. In right. Pause. Out left. Pause. Right hand down, eyes closed, nothing to do. Trust this. Be in what you've made. Become what you've made. Soften your shoulders and your lips. Submerge. Thank you for this day of submergence. Escort me willingly into my ancient inner well to retrieve the good medicine. Deepen your breathing. Sweep wide, reach high. On the exhale, thumbs to the center of your forehead. One more Sat Nam. Inhale, 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I see myself. Stay, I see you. The reading is from Pixie Lighthorse, Prayers of Honoring Voice. We'll keep into that the next few days. You're making greater range so you can feel. And in that feeling, you're capable of feeling a new quality of light and a new quality of substance. That in that light, there is something available to hold you steady. That in that feeling, there is a perspective that is new. that is not quite so practical or day-to-day or mundane or familiar, but a new observation about how to reply to your circumstance. Our creativity is in our response. We can create with paint. We think of artists as creative, but you are creative in the reply you send to me to say good morning. You are creative in the breakfast that you create when you think about how far does this need to carry me today. You are creative in the way that you wash your hands and your face and the soap that you choose and the temperature of water that is yours. All of these things are the way that we make the world. I will see you tomorrow and we will continue on. Svadhistana, the home of this self, secure, established, and fluid. Tomorrow at noon, Friday. Thank you for your time, your practice, and your dedication. Until then.